Are these men guilty? Is it fair to accuse this girl? Have these women done anything wrong? Yes, says the United Nations Climate Panel. Man's use of fossil fuels is jeopardizing the future. So the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or IPCC for short, has put man on trial. The evidence consists of computer models showing that as this century proceeds, emissions of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere will lead to disastrous global warming. But a number of internationally acclaimed climatologists say it is far too early to put mankind on trial.
6 degrees C, and now we're taking them in here.
It is not a particularly warm period we're in. Not in the context of, or in the perspective of past climates.
Interesting diagram. One of the things about the climate change issue that is a great concern to me is the fact that some of these policy decisions could cost quite a lot and yet have no effect at all on the climate.
In my commission, I can hardly find anyone which would subscribe to the IPCC scenario.
The question is why flawed models are used as a basis for enormously expensive policy decisions, far-reaching policy decisions. They shouldn't be.
I have to speak out and say that the science we have is still incomplete. And the science we're being told by the IPCC is really incorrect science.
The IPCC says that unless we reduce the rate of greenhouse gas emissions, the greenhouse effect will intensify and warm up our planet. Glaciers and polar ice caps will begin to melt. Rivers will burst their banks and sea levels will rise. The deserts will expand. If this United Nations Climate Panel scenario is correct, it will have wide-ranging consequences for people everywhere. But not all climatologists agree with these forecasts. Among those who don't is Dr. David Legates, who thinks more cautious forecasts have trouble making themselves heard.
Somehow the IPCC has become a global warming Bible, if you will. You can't disagree with this global warming statement. And if you do, you're some sort of skeptic. They question your motives, they attack you personally, and so forth.
Kyoto, Japan, 1997. Scientists and political leaders from all over the world met to debate the causes of global warming.
Excellencies, honored guests, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kyoto, to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change.